Jai Ganesh. Hello students. Good morning everybody. Today let us learn English grammar of class 10 chapter 9 the passive. In this chapter we learn what is active voice, what is passive voice. Moreover, we shall discuss a lot about the passive voice. Take first some examples. My grandfather planted this tree. Examine this sentence. This sentence is in active voice. Why? My grandfather is here the doer of the action is the subject. And planted is the verb is in active verb form. And this tree is the receiver of the action or patient or we can say object here. So in this sentence, the verb or we focus on the doer of the action, my grandfather. So my grandfather planted this tree is in a active voice. We may write this sentence in a passive voice. How can we change? This tree was planted by my grandfather. How? You see, this tree was the object or the receiver of the action or the patient. Here the patient is the subject in this sentence. And you see the verb form is changed. In active verb form it is planted. In the passive verb it was planted. So it is the passive verb form. And the doer of the action or agent is now used as a by agent by my grandfather. So this tree was planted by my grandfather is in the passive voice. You mind it? My father planted this tree is in active voice and the passive voice of this sentence is this tree was planted by my grandfather. Okay? So in English grammar, the voice of a verb describes the relationship between the verb and the subject. When the subject is the doer of the action, the verb is in the active voice. When the subject is the receiver of the action, the verb is said to be in the passive voice. Take another example. The teacher punished the students. It is in active voice. Why? The focus is on the doer of the action. The teacher punished. The teacher is focused. So it is in active voice. In other way, we can make it passive. The students were punished by the teacher. It is passive. Why? Because the focus is on the receiver of the action. The students were punished. The students were the receiver of the action. So the focus is on the receiver of the action. So it is in the passive voice. How to form the passive or how can we change active to passive? Take another example. Priyanka took this photograph. This is active. Why? Priyanka is the doer of the action, is the subject here. And took is in the active verb form. Because Priyanka took the active verb. And this photograph is the object of this verb. So Priyanka took this photograph is in active voice. If we make it passive, then this photograph, the object or the receiver of the action, is now the subject in this passive sentence. This photograph. And another change is there. The verb from the active verb form was took and now it is was taken. The verb form is changed. So this photograph was taken by Priyanka is passive. Okay, so let us see the verb forms of active and passive in different tenses. You know very well that the passive verbs have the same tenses in active verbs do have. Let us see the active and the passive verb forms. In present tense, in present simple, active, take the examples. Active as it is I make a cake. And how it is passivized? And what is the its passive form? Here a cake is the object and in the passive it is subject. A cake is active verb form is make and a passive verb form is made. How? We always take the help of a be verb in different forms to make the passive. and we know the main verb is in always in past participle or third form of the verb, so it is made. So in present simple, active is I make a tick, make a cake, and in passive it is a cake is made. In present continuous or present progressive, I am making a tea, I am making a cake, and in passive it is a cake is being made. I am making is changed to is being made. You see, is for present tense, and being is for progressive, and made is for passive. So a cake is being made. When take the example of present perfect, I have made a cake. Have made, it is have is for present, made is for perfect. And present perfect, in passive, a cake has been made. You see, so has is there because now the subject is a cake, and so has is there. Why been? Be verb is in perfect tense, because we have to change it to passive. So been, and now we know always the main verb is in the third form. B3 is used, so a cake has been made. In situation of a past simple, I made a cake. The active has. And what is the passive of this sentence? A cake was made. You know, made is in the past simple. And to make it passive, be verb is there. And the past simple of a be verb is was. And we know in a passive the main verb is always in a third form made. So I made a cake was made. In past continuous or past progressive, I was making a cake. It's inactive. It's a passive form is I was being, a cake was being made. In past perfect, I had made a cake had been made. In future simple, I shall make a cake will be made. Future be going to, I am going to make a cake is going to be made. In modals, with modals, I must make a cake must be made. Modal perfect, I should have made a cake should have been made. So these are the different forms of tense forms in active and passive. How active verbs are changed into passive, we should know this chart. We should keep in mind whenever we want to change from active to passive or passive to active. We should keep in mind that this is the change of active verb form to passive verb form, and from passive verb form to active verb form, though the same tenses are both in active and passive. You see in this table, present perfect progressive and past perfect progressive is not there. You may think that the teacher has left, but no. There is no passive form of present perfect progressive and past perfect progressive tense. So let us discuss and see once more example how to change from active to passive or from passive to active. Take the example of a simple sentence. Priyanka took this photograph. Who is the subject? Took is the active verb, because during the who took, Priyanka took. So Priyanka is the subject. What he took? This photograph. This photograph is the object. So this is a simple sentence or declarative sentence. In this sentence, Priyanka is the doer of the action, is the subject here, or the agent of the action is the subject here. So as a doer is focused, the active verb form of the verb take is took here, the past simple. So Priyanka took this photograph is in active voice. So how to change? And now the object of the past sentence is taken or the receiver of the past sentence or the patient of the past sentence, this photograph is subject here, this photograph. And now there is the change of a verb form from active verb form to passive verb form. Took is the active verb form and the passive verb form which was taken. We have already learned from that chart. Was is for be verb, the was is the past simple of be verb, and taken, you know, the third form of a verb take. So took, the active verb form of passive, the passive verb form of took, which was taken. And now Priyanka is the doer of the action in this sentence, is the agent of the work. So in this sentence, the receiver of the action is focused. So this is passive. This photograph was taken by Priyanka. So Priyanka took this photograph is in active voice. We can change this sentence to passive as this photograph was taken by Priyanka, or this photograph was taken by Priyanka is in a passive. We can turn this into active as a Priyanka took this photograph. Okay, so let us take some examples. See how declarative sentences in their active verb forms are changed in their equivalent passive forms. Take some examples. The boy kicks the ball, active voice, and if we change it into passive, the ball is kicked by the boy. Mira sang a song is in active voice, and the passive form is a song was sung by Mira. And another example, they play cricket here every afternoon. This is in active voice. If we change it into passive, cricket is played here every afternoon. So this is how we can change the declarative sentences from active to passive or passive to active. It is not so difficult. But in case of questions or interrogative sentences, something different is there. Let us see how interrogative sentences in their active forms are changed into the passive forms. Take the examples. Did the hunter kill the bird yesterday? This is active. Why? The focus is on the subject, the hunter. Did the hunter kill? So this is active. If we make it passive, we should focus it on the object, the bird. The bird. Was the bird killed? Was the bird killed? So we focus on the bird, the object or receiver of the action. So here this is the passive. So active form of did the hunter kill the bird yesterday? Is he, was the bird killed yesterday? Another example, who wrote the book? Who wrote the book? Who is the subject in this sentence? So it is focused, so it is active. And what is its passive form? Who was the book written by? We focus on the object. The book is here, the subject in this passive. How did you work out that sum? Is in active form. And to make it passive, how was that sum worked out? Why did he beat his servant? This question is active voice. And to make it passive, why was his servant beaten? When did he return the book to the library? This sentence in active voice. To make it passive, when was the book returned to the library? Where did he find it? Is the active voice. Because the subject is focused. Where did he find it? And to make it passive, it is where was it found? So this is how we can change both yes and no questions and WS questions from active to passive or passive to active. So the vital thing we should know the use of passive in different patterns of sentences. This is very important. That means we should know the use of passive. That is important. That is the best, the need of the time. Take the example. Past the present simple. Example is there. Paper is made from wood. English is spoken all over the world. Okay. So the past, if it is past simple, my purse was stolen yesterday. The office room was painted last week. If it is the present progressive, The carpet is being cleaned. Football is being played in this playground. The past progressive, the sweets were being distributed among the students by the headmaster. A chair was being done for me. In case of present perfect, flowers have been collected for the puja. The stage has been decorated nicely. But we know very well for the past perfect, the bridge had been blown up by the terrorists. The lunch had been served to the guests. There are no passive verb forms for the present perfect progressive and past perfect progressive tense. Am I clear? So let us see other uses of the passive. Passive with modals. The letter will be typed soon. We leave the modal here, and after modal we know be verb is always in the passive, be is used, and typed is the V3 or past participle of a type. So this the letter will be typed soon. Like that, another example, the work should be completed by 5 p.m. today. The passive with the get and have, we also use it. This is the passive. He got his hair cut. There is no be verb is there, but it is in passive. She had her scooty repaired. So this is, you see, with the help of got and have, we can make the passive. The verb caught here and repaired here is in the passive verb. You see, the passive used with a complement, and the complement is there. The students selected Preeti the monitor of the class. The monitor of the class is the complement here. So students selected is students is the doer of the action and Preeti is the object here. So Preeti was selected the monitor of the class. This is in passive. This is how we can the passive used with a complement. So the passive forms for the having two objects. If the verb is detransitive, if the verb carries two objects, then how to change active to passive. Take the example, the man gave the beggar some food. This is inactive because the man is the doer of the action of the verb gave. So the man is focused in the subject here. So this sentence, the man gave the beggar some food is in active voice. And to make it passive, two objects are there. Gave what? Some food. Some food is the direct object. Gave whom? The beggar is the indirect object. So we can make two passive sentences with the help of both direct and indirect object. So detransitive verbs can have two passive sentences. First take the indirect object. The man gave the beggar some food is inactive. The passive which the beggar was given some food. Here the passive we can also do the same like some food was given to the beggar. So we can change into different ways. If we passive forms for verbs having two objects can have two different passive forms meaning the same. Next, passive with a reporting verb. A reporting verb we know in direct and indirect speech. If a reporting verb is there, how to make passive? People say that elephants have good memories. That means here reporting verb is say, and that elephants have good memory. The is a clause. So people say X or people say it. We can make it passive easily. It is said. It is said that elephants have good memories. We can also write in different way. Elephants are said to have good memories. The same meaning. It is said that Elephants have good memories. Elephants are said to have good memories. The meaning remains the same. So, in case passive with the reporting verbs, we can make its passive of two types with the same meaning. So, passives with that clause are double discussed like this, the same thing. It is believed that corona is a deadly disease. That corona is a deadly disease. We know this is a clause. This is that clause. So, I will make it passive. It is believed that corona is a deadly disease. So, it is passive. The passive with to infinitive or ing form of the verb. You see, the teacher made him stand up. This is active. Made is in active voice. He was made to stand up. Here, stand up. Stand is the to in bare infinitive because make verb is there. The teacher made him stand up. So to make it passive, it is he was made to stand up. So in the active voice, bare infinitive is there, stand, but in passive only difference is to infinitive is used. He was made to stand. He was made to stand up. The question was the teacher made him stand up. This is active, and the passive form is he was made to stand up. Another example with ing form. I saw him climbing the ladder. To make it passive, I saw him, he was seen. What? Climbing the ladder. So I saw him climbing the ladder is in active voice. To make it passive, we get he was seen climbing the ladder. Okay. So other uses also there. We use either an active infinitive or a passive infinitive when the subject of a sentence is there, meaning the same. Here there are a lot of windows to paint. There is the subject here. There are a lot of windows to paint. There is the subject here. So to infinitive to paint is there. It is in active form and in its passive is there are a lot of windows to be painted. Okay. So first one is in active, second one is in passive, but the meaning remains the same. The first one is with to infinitive, and we use either an active infinitive or a passive infinitive when the subject of the sentence is there, meaning the same. Sentences in the active form with a passive meaning. These clothes need washing. You see, need washing. This need washing. This is active form. Active form, but meaning the same. See, passive meaning. This means these clothes need to be washed. These clothes need washing. These clothes need to be washed. Meaning remains the same, but the first sentence is in active form and second sentence is in passive form. So, but the form different or meaning same. Use of the by plus agent phrase in the passive. We use the by phrase in the passive when the agent is an important person, a renowned scientist, a poet, or a writer, or a painter, or an artist, or an inventor, or a discoverer. We use by agent for the passive. The Ramayana was written by Valmiki. Valmiki is famous, and we want to focus on the writer, the poet. Radio was invented by Marconi. We want to focus on the inventor Marconi. So, by agent is used. Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. We want to also give the information about the Leonardo da Vinci, the great painter. So the by agent is used in these situations. When the agent is an indefinite person or thing, we use by. Although the problem was very difficult, it was solved by a child. No one expect that any way child could do this. So this is indefinite. So it is although the person was a problem was very difficult, it was solved by a child. When the agent is an inanimate object or thing, we use by. This hotel is run by a robot. Robot is inanimate object, giving more information. So here we use by agent. This hotel is run by a robot. The passive used without by. You see, when the doer is unknown, we do not need to use by agent. Stars were created millions of years ago. We don't know who is the creator, who created the stars. My purse has been stolen in the fair. I don't know who had stolen. So when we do not know the doer of the action, we do not need to use by agent. And when we are not interested in the agent, that means my dog has been killed, my car has been repaired. That means we are not at all interested in the agent. We are interested in the receiver of the action. So we do not need to use by plus agent. When the agent is obvious or common, we also do not need to use. The thief was arrested. From this we can understand that arrested means the police. So there is no need. This is very obvious or common. Grapes are grown in Kashmir. Who grow grapes? Farmers. So there is no need of a use. The patient was admitted in the hospital. Who admitted the patient? Doctor. So it is very common. So there is no need to use by agent when the speaker does not want to mention the name of the doer. You see, mistakes were made in the totaling of marks. Who did this? You do not want to expose. So this is in passive voice, no need of using by agent. Suppose your brother has broken the chair, you do not want to expose. You can write the chair has been broken. That means you do not want to mention the name of the doer or who broke the chair. So there is no need of using by agent. The chair has been broken. We use the passive in official, legal, scientific, newspaper writing and in public notices. The criminal was at last granted a bail. Official. Smoking is prohibited here in public notice. So we do not need to use by agent. So we should keep in mind, we should not blindly change from active to passive voice. The passive is used when a context demands it. It is therefore necessary to study the context first to determine whether or not the passive is needed. Active infinitives with a passive meaning. You are not to blame is an active infinitive. You are not to be blamed passive infinitive. Meaning remains the same. There is a house to let is an active to let, and there is a house to be let is passive. So an infinitive with a passive meaning. And you see some restrictions are there with the use of the passive where we should avoid the use of the passive. Active verbs like have, resemble, lack, fit, should, holds, let, own, like, possess can't be used in passive. She has a new car. This is active. We can't change it into passive. She lacks courage. Active. This nice dress suits you. Active. We can't make it passive. The passive forms of these verbs like marry, read, drink, eat, love, etc. seem absurd and unnatural. They are not acceptable. We eat rice is active. We should not change it into passive. Babies drink milk, active. Mother loves her children, active. The monkey climbed a tree, is active. There is no need of a change of the passive. Reflexive pronouns, can't be used as subjects in the passive. She hurt herself is active. We can't say herself was hurt, no. Reflexive, she cannot be the subject used in the subject position. They helped themselves. Reciprocal pronouns cannot be used as subjects in the passive. The children loved each other. Each other is the reciprocal pronoun. We can't say each other was love. No. So this can be used only in active. The children loved each other. Imperative verbs cannot be normally used in active voice. Take the example, shut the door. This is active. This is an imperative sentence. Shut the door means you shut the door. It is a command to a person to do the work. You shut the door. But let the door be shut, some say, is the equivalent passive of shut the door. But let the door be shut cannot be accepted as the passive equivalent of shut the door. Why? Because it is a suggestion. Let the door be shut means it is a suggestion for the work to be done by anybody. Let the door be shut means anyone can do the job, open, shut the door. So these are the restrictions. From these, I think you have a clear-cut idea, good idea about the use, mostly about the use of the passive. So thank you everybody. Best of luck for this session. Next I shall meet in the another section.